They fly by and my kids are out here, they could get hurt.
Good morning. People don't appreciate us. You ought to see them flying by. But the children is our reason for being out there, my reason for being out there.
And that's all Flora Wallace needs. For the last 11 years, Wallace, or as kids at Greenwood Elementary School call her, Miss Flo, she's been in these intersections directing traffic.
Slow down, baby.
Spreading smiles.
There's power in... Good morning, Jesus.
And making sure that kids are making it across the street safely.
If it wasn't for the children, I wouldn't be there.
Tiffany McMinn knows the struggles of trying to cross the street with her children.
It's really hard when I drop them off because they speed so fast through here.
That's why crossing guards are important.
The importance of our job is to get the children, sometimes the parents are with them, to get them safely from point A to point B, and from point B back to point A.
The main rules you need to follow is make sure you're stopping when a crossing guard directs you to stop and following school speed limit signs. Those are usually around 25 miles per hour. Ask Miss Flo what she's seen over the years as a crossing guard. You get a slight pause.
Oh my.
Then she'll tell you exactly what she sees every day.
Cars not stopping, you blow your whistle, you can stop one lane, the other lane is flying by.
The job is important, but Miss Flo also recognizes its dangers, especially when drivers aren't following her directions.
Come on, darling. They're calling you. Your job is not important.
There have been crossing guards hurt from distracted drivers. Miss Flo is one of them.
It happened about 3:15.
At the intersection of Graham Street and Faxon Avenue, Miss Flo had stopped traffic to let students cross the street. Not everyone stopped, though. Miss Flo was hit by someone driving a white truck.
The kids was looking, crying, people were screaming, and I'm like, what happened?
Miss Flo ended up with several bruises, an injured knee, and several cuts.
But I'm still here.
And she will keep coming back with a message to all drivers.
Take heed to the whistle. Take heed to the signs, to the lights. Please stop. When you're in a school zone, slow down. And if you hear the whistle, stop. Have a good one.
In Memphis.
Come on.
Sheila O'Connor, Fox 13 News.
Would this $200 backpack save your child's life? I put it to the test with Chip Holland at Gun Range USA in Memphis.
You hate to think you got to protect your kids while they're at school. It gives you a barrier to your most important parts.
Holland frequently conducts active shooter training. He's aware of all that can go wrong.
If this is something that would help someone to get away, if the backpack is taking the rounds and the person is not, so it could give you that moment to escape.
We stuffed the backpack with books and notepads, the way most would be carried around. Then we strapped it to the back of a dummy.
Let's do this.
All right.
Our weapon, what's become the choice of mass shooters, a 9mm handgun.
You ready?
What are you expecting?
Expecting as many books in there, probably the books are going to do a lot. And that's where your 3 rounds hit there.
All right, let's open her up.
Made it through all 3 legal pads, got into the book, but didn't come out of it.
The books alone were enough to stop the bullet, so we removed the largest book and tried it again. The armor built into the backpack absorbed all the bullets.
The National Institute of Justice certified this backpack to defeat a 9mm round, but not that of an AR-15.
It takes Carolyn Pierce 35 to 40 minutes to get to her fast food job. She walks. Work starts at 4:30 in the morning. One time, it took her an hour.
What happened?
I don't know. I guess my legs don't be wanting to go.
What's wrong with your legs?
Well, I got the gout in my knee, and I got the pins in my ankles.
She doesn't complain about that. What she wants is to work more hours I looked at her pay stubs. She brings home a steady amount of less than $500 a month.
How do you do that?
It's not easy, it's hard.
Food, rent, utility bills take it all.
I can't pay all of them out of one check.
She's been employed by the same company going on 15 years. It's a family tradition. Her mother, Ethel Pierce, worked for the same company 33 years. And she also walked to work from their Fraser home to Methodist Central in Midtown. Nearly 20 miles round trip. It wore her out.
She died walking.
She did?
Yeah.
What?
She died right there by the fish market down there.
She had a heart attack? Your mom died walking,
Yeah.
and now you are walking to your job. You're never late.
No.
That's a legacy, isn't it?
Yeah.
A legacy of hard work and, unfortunately and far too often predictably, a legacy of poverty.
Karen Smith's life changed for the better because of her dog.
I have a dog who is highly anxious.
At her wit's end, she gave her a few drops of CBD oil.
She just lays down and is relaxed.
The former hairdresser suffered from chronic shoulder pain and a terrible case of plantar fasciitis. She figured it couldn't hurt to try the oil herself. Karen says she takes about 5 drops of the oil under her tongue every day.
Within like 3 weeks, my shoulder was 90% better. And in 6 weeks, my foot was almost completely, it was gone.
CBD stands for cannabidiol. It's extracted from the hemp plant, marijuana's non-threatening cousin. The active ingredient is THC, like that found in marijuana, but in much lower doses.
It does not make you high.
Cannabidiol is legal in every state. Hemp looks like marijuana, as you can see from these pictures that Lucky Leaf Processors and Hemphis Farms shared with us. We found some doctors in Memphis are already urging their patients to try CBD oil instead of opioids.
I like your socks. You're showing off your shoes today.
Dr. Robert Burns is a gerontologist in Memphis. He researched these oils. He says they have a viable biologic basis for working.
For people who have pain, either neuropathic pain, they've got a disc that's bad, or they've got bad arthritis, it does seem to help.
I was totally desperate.
Sherry Henson went to a series of doctors for nearly 2 years to find relief from nerve pain.
Nothing was working, and I didn't like taking the muscle relaxers and the opioids. I didn't like the way it made me feel. I was worried I was going to get addicted.
She saw Karen Smith's Facebook post about her experience and decided she had nothing to lose. A few weeks later,
overall, I'm pretty much pain-free.
Smith and Henson agree there is a stigma about using cannabidiol because of its relationship to marijuana. But they agree with Dr. Burns that with this legal option,
We may not need medical marijuana, or this may be a good alternative.
It's about like 10 gunshots. It's like it came from like a powerful rifle or something, you know. It was real loud. Pow, 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 pow.
This man, who doesn't want to reveal his name because of fear of retaliation, says he jumped down on the floor in his home after hearing several gunshots Thursday morning.
You know, I just laid back down, and so I guess it had been like an hour ago. When I got up and it came out, I seen all the police cars down here.
Memphis police are working to learn what led to 2 deaths after the victims were shot before crashing their car near Jackson and Springdale. The victims were rushed to Regional 1 Hospital, where they later died. Officers surrounded this car on Jackson, where the back of the window is completely gone and the front of the car is crushed.
This is what the world is coming to now, you know. You have to come outside and fear your life every day. I mean, simply driving down the street.
Police say they believe the victims were the targets of the shooting, and this doesn't appear to be a random act. Officers investigated a second crime scene on Jackson near Hollywood, not far from the intersection where this car crashed. Neighbors say this is the area where they heard the gunshots before the crash happened.
It's very frustrating. It makes you concerned about what's going on in your neighborhood and what's going on with the young people in this world today.
I love what I do, man. I love making people look good.
Keith Matthews was on a mission today, a mission of giving.
Even though we're doing it for a good cause, I'm still gonna act like I'm getting paid.
Keith is one of the dozens of volunteers who gave their time and their talents at the Cook Convention Center. Haircuts, eye exams, some of the basics everyone needs, but not everyone gets.
We believe housing is a basic human right and that no person should live on the street.
The number of people living on the streets of Memphis has been on a steady decline. According to the Community Alliance for the Homeless, which sponsored today's event, the unsheltered population of Memphis has decreased by about 75% since 2012. But there are still too many who need days like today just to get by. And as the winter approaches, the Community Alliance has its own needs, so it can better serve the unsheltered.
We need more emergency shelters for females, families with children, just overall, we need more shelters. And of course, we're still accessing our community resources for housing opportunities.
There were a lot of smiles today.
And I got my cat right here looking like new money. Smile for the camera, baby.
On an extremely chilly Sunday morning in Dyersburg, one thing became abundantly clear at dawn. The overnight snow made it through the evening.
No, I'm not used to this weather.
It's like real slippery out here. It's hard to drive, keep the steering wheel straight.
We spoke with Dion Folks moments before his SUV did this slide inside a gas station parking lot. The cold weather is something Folks says he's adjusting to.
Are you used to ice and snow?
Not really. This is my first time driving on ice.
And to put everything into perspective, you can see over my shoulder here, the road is pretty clear and drivers are taking it easy.
Yeah, we was back and forth sideways about 4 or 5 times.
So we pounded the pavement with Fox 13's traffic tracker to check out the area. Many of the roads were clear, but we did run into some slippery conditions in medians and turning lanes. Like about right here, we hit a corner and slid a bit. A prime example of why city officials are urging drivers to slow down. Folks says it's a message he's going to listen to.
Yesterday it was real icy and snowing. It was sliding a little bit. So yeah.
What went through your mind when you slid?
Oh Lord. Hoping I wouldn't crash.
Reporting in Dyersburg, Tony Atkins, Fox 13 News.